Have you ever wondered what the Founding Fathers loved to eat? Or which modern-day president had a serious craving for fast food? Today, we're diving fork first into history to discover the favorite foods of every U.S. president, from George Washington to Joe Biden. George Washington. Washington loved hoe cakes, cornmeal pancakes drenched in butter and honey. Cooked over an open fire and served by enslaved chefs at Mount Vernon, he reportedly enjoyed them often at breakfast with tea. John Adams. Adams began each day with hard cider and often ate boiled cod with egg sauce. The dish reflected his New England roots and was a staple both in office and at home in Quincy, Massachusetts. Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson discovered pasta in Paris and loved it so much he brought a pasta machine back to the U.S. He served macaroni pie, an early version of mac and cheese, at state dinners and regularly at Monticello. Like and subscribe for more. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell for more history documentaries. Please watch the video till the end, as good interaction would help the performance of the video and the growth of my channel massively. James Madison. Madison had a soft spot for ice cream, a luxury dessert in his time. His wife, Dolly Madison, famously served it at White House gatherings, making it a presidential party staple. James Monroe. Spoon bread, a soft, cornmeal-based dish, was a favorite comfort food of Monroe's, likely rooted in Virginia cuisine. He reportedly enjoyed it at both casual meals and formal events. John Quincy Adams. Adams was known for his healthy habits and loved fresh fruit, especially apples. He often included fruit in his breakfast and kept a light diet overall. Andrew Jackson. Jackson enjoyed leather breeches regularly, reflecting his humble Southern roots. Don't let the name fool you. These are dried green beans cooked with pork fat. Martin Van Buren. The New Yorker adored oysters, which were extremely popular in the 19th century. He was known to eat them both raw and cooked at banquets and personal meals. William Henry Harrison. Harrison came from the frontier, and squirrel stew was a common, hearty dish. He ate it often in his early military days and continued to enjoy it until his brief presidency. John Tyler. Indian pudding is a colonial-era dessert made from cornmeal, molasses, and spices. Tyler's fondness for it reflected his Virginia upbringing and traditional tastes. James K. Polk. A Southern staple, cornbread was something Polk often requested. He preferred simple meals and was known for skipping lavish dinners. Zachary Taylor. Taylor enjoyed challah, sweet rice fritters from Louisiana. These were often eaten for breakfast and reflected his love for New Orleans cuisine. Millard Fillmore. He loved hearty soups, especially clam chowder, and often began meals with one. A simple man with simple tastes. Franklin Pierce. A New Englander through and through, Pierce had a strong preference for seafood. Fried clams were his favorite indulgence. James Buchanan. Buchanan reportedly enjoyed cabbage in many forms, including boiled or pickled. It was a frequent part of his diet in Pennsylvania. Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln had modest tastes and frequently ate apples, often raw. He once said they were the best dessert nature had to offer. Andrew Johnson. The Southern rice and black-eyed pea dish Hoppin' John was a New Year's tradition for Johnson and a favorite meal throughout his life. Ulysses S. Grant. A comfort food from his Ohio upbringing, Grant preferred plain, home-style meals, and rice pudding was his dessert of choice. Rutherford B. Hayes. He often ate cornmeal mush with molasses for breakfast. A simple, filling meal, much like his lifestyle. James A. Garfield. Like Harrison, Garfield favored squirrel soup. It reminded him of growing up on the Ohio frontier. Chester A. Arthur. Arthur had a taste for fine dining, and mutton chops were a favorite at his elaborate White House dinners. Grover Cleveland. A man of hearty appetite, Cleveland enjoyed pickled herring regularly, a nod to his German-American culinary preferences. Benjamin Harrison. Simple but true. Harrison loved corn in various forms and had it frequently with meals. William McKinley. He stuck to the basics. Roast beef and mashed potatoes were comfort foods for McKinley. Theodore Roosevelt. Teddy liked his steak practically raw and his coffee strong. He was known to drink up to a gallon of coffee a day. William H. Taft. Taft had a famously big appetite. Roast beef was his go-to comfort dish, often enjoyed with potatoes and gravy. Woodrow Wilson. Wilson favored light meals and often requested chicken salad, especially during political events. Warren G. Harding. A Midwestern classic, chicken pot pie reminded him of home and was frequently on the White House menu. Calvin Coolidge. Silent Cal was quiet, but he loved Vermont maple syrup, especially on pancakes. Herbert Hoover. Sweet potatoes with marshmallows. Hoover liked this Southern dish, which was served at many White House dinners. Franklin D. Roosevelt. FDR adored grilled cheese sandwiches, often made for him during train trips or in the White House kitchen. Harry S. Truman. Truman was a true Missourian and enjoyed fried chicken often, especially his mother's recipe. Dwight D. Eisenhower. Beef stew was his favorite comfort food. He even had his own personal recipe, which he shared publicly. John F. Kennedy. New England clam chowder was a taste of home for JFK. He frequently ate it at state dinners and in private. Lyndon B. Johnson. LBJ had his own Pedernales River chili recipe, which he often served at political gatherings. Richard Nixon. Cottage cheese with ketchup. Yes, it's real. Nixon reportedly ate this odd combo frequently, especially for lunch. Gerald Ford. A simple, hearty Midwestern dish is pot roast, Ford's favorite home-cooked meal. Jimmy Carter. Being from Georgia, Carter loved grits, especially for breakfast. He often ate them plain with butter. Ronald Reagan. Reagan famously snacked on jelly beans to help him quit smoking. They were a staple in the Oval Office. George H. W. Bush. He was once known for munching on pork rinds with Tabasco sauce, a very Texan snack. Bill Clinton. Clinton loved fast food, particularly cheeseburgers. Though he later moved toward a plant-based diet, his burger-loving days are legendary. George W. Bush. Cheeseburger pizza is a combo of his two favorites. Bush loved this unconventional dish during his presidency. Barack Obama. Obama had a chili recipe passed down from his mother. He said it's his comfort food and perfect for a cozy night in. Donald Trump. Trump openly loves fast food, especially McDonald's. Big Macs are a frequent order, sometimes two at once, and he appreciates the consistency and cleanliness of fast food, especially during campaigns. Joe Biden. Biden loves Italian food, particularly spaghetti with marinara sauce, a comfort dish from his childhood in Scranton. He also has a soft spot for chocolate chip ice cream. Which U.S. president's favorite dish surprised you the most? Write it in the comments section below. Please be polite and kind. If you want to know what would have happened if Al Gore defeated George Bush in 2000, click on the video on the left. Thanks for watching.